But why wasn't it stopped early when we knew that we were going to have conditions like this and an extremely favorable year for extreme fires all over the state? That's my question. Is probably you guys can't answer it, it's people above, but these are the questions that we need to be asking politicians about doing this different. The fire business is a business. It's a commerce for people that fight the fire, contractors, for people that have businesses in the Chelan Valley or anywhere where there's a fire burning. They are the recipients of, loss of business, tax receipts, you name it, in the community as well. You just live here, you don't have a business, you're retired, you have to sit here in the smoke. The fire could have been put out early. In my tenure being in business over here, flying up and down the lake, I've seen when they want a fire put out and things are happening, that fire's out right now. But other times when there's not much happening, we're not going to throw a lot of resources at it, and that's my big question. Thank you.
Okay, I can answer that question because I've been here the whole time, and so I got the phone call from our fire management officer right after the information was reported to our interagency dispatch, and so we had resources respond immediately. So we had helicopters that went up. Actually, a friend of mine owns one of the cabins there, so I called him to let him know. He went up there, and I have text from him talking about the helicopter bucket cycle that was going on while he was there. We had a crew from the DNR that went up, a Forest Service crew that we put together, got our boat operator, got them on site. The next day we had turned it into what's called a Type 3 incident management team. So one of our fire personnel became the incident commander, and we had water on that thing the first day. So there's we answer these questions a lot, and we will continue, and we will continue to answer them through time, because this question tends to come up on a lot of fires that escape initial attack. But just rest assured, we had an appropriate response there, and we had people there the first day. I have the notes from talking to the incident commander the second morning after all the resources went up there. And so we had that response. You might not have seen the helicopters when you were there, or the aerial response, but we had that ground response as well. And so we were there, and I have no desire to spend a summer through smoke either. And so that's why we have the people we have, both here with the Forest Service, the DNR. We had an interagency response to that fire, and as as the fire progressed, it was just more than our resources could handle at that time. And we've talked about it in previous meetings as well, as once it went up into that steep country, it changes the game a lot. And I'll also add too that, because I don't have my notes right here, but on day 2 we had the Baker River Hot Shots here. We ordered another hot shot crew. So we had a response, and it was the right response. It's just the fire got away from us. It's on a south-facing slope. Dry grasses. We had really dry, heavy fuels as well, and so that was that initial response to the fire.